Testing, testing. Welcome back to NKU Women's Basketball on the Northerner alongside Henry Crawford. My name is Ben Burdett. Thank you so much for joining us. We've had some technical difficulties throughout the beginning part of our stream, but as it stands, it is halftime here at Truist Arena here on Education Day as Toledo leads your NKU Norse 31-27. After one quarter, it was all knotted up at 13, but Toledo kind of started to assert their dominance, especially down low. They are out-rebounding the Norse quite handily, and the points in the paint discrepancy is quite large in favor of the Toledo Rockets. The good news is the Norse still only down by 4 points, and quite frankly, I'm not sure they could have played any worse than they did in the first half. So we're about 7 minutes out from the beginning of the second half. Once again, my name is Ben Burdett, color commentator. Alongside me is Henry Crawford. We'll have the second half for you right here on the Northerner. Stay tuned.
Back, second half starting here at Truist Arena. I'm Henry Crawford, got Ben Burdett by my side. It's 27-31 in favor of Toledo. Close game here. The Norse have been able to make it a 4-point game. Struggling with the offensive rebounds, notably. 6-3 against Toledo. And defensive rebounds, 12-8. So Norse need to watch those boards a little better. Hoping to pick it up here in the second half.
Norse with the basketball first. We thank you so much for joining us here on the Northerner. Jemiah Thomas with the ball. Down low for the Norse. She tries to put it up but cannot finish. Good defense down there by Miriam Diallo, sophomore forward out of Heidelberg, Germany. On the other end, a travel is called. So Toledo turned it over their fair share in the first half.
Seems like a bit of a misstep there because this Toledo team, they've been taking it coast to coast easily. Seems like a bit of a slip there.
Yeah, that's been Toledo's identity so far. Just get the ball, whether it be out of the basket, whether it be on an inbounds play, and just get to the other end as quick as possible. Has cost them a couple times. They've thrown a couple balls out of bounds, and they're a travel. Right on the other end, Kylie Hunt is tied up, and the ball is stolen. Here comes Toledo the other way. A blocking foul is called down low on the Norse, and it'll be 2 free throws coming. Let's see who's going to shoot them. The foul goes on Karina Beastry for the Norse, and it looks like it'll be Patty Anumba.
Karina Beastry still leading the game in points, 11 for her tonight.
He has been just about the only constant for the Norse offensively in this one. Got off to a quick start in the first quarter, a bit quieter there in the second. 2 free throws made for Anumba. It is 33-27 Toledo. Kylie Hunt, here is Beastry, picks up her dribble. Mia Jordan now. Beastry, left-hand drive, tough shot, and it finally drops. She went with the right-handed layup on the left side, and she banks it in. Faith Fed Robinson, right down the other way, scores another bucket in the paint for Toledo.
Fed Robinson has been putting on a show tonight as much as anybody has here for Toledo.
Yeah,
been a problem for the Norse.
Guard with really great size, can really handle the ball. Seems to have a height advantage over just about everybody. Guards-wise, that is. Looking down low, Jemiah Thomas. Got it on the block. Working on Miriam Diallo. She gives it up to a cutting Mia Jordan, who lays it in.
And that's what the North needs to be focusing on more. I think that's our strong suit is being able to get in the paint and get some of those tough shots down, but not sure they've been able to achieve that too well. But 31-35 for Toledo.
And yeah, that's your 2 starting forwards linking up for a bucket. Give the assist to Jemiah Thomas. Down low, Diallo. Believe Jordan blocked it. Yes, she did. Out of bounds.
To me. Toledo still yet to make a 3. Have only attempted 1 in the second quarter. 0 for 7 in first quarter attempts. Seems they may have given up on the opportunity, but let's see if they change their minds.
Well, why would you give it up? Because they just scored another bucket in the paint. Right off the inbound pass. That was Kendall Carruthers, one of the smallest players on the floor, knifing inside for an easy layup. Wow, out of bounds, last touch by the Norse. It looked like Hubert was letting it go out of bounds, thinking it was last touch by Toledo, but the referee disagrees. Now, there is a new appeal system this year in women's basketball. It's different from the men's challenge system, and it looks like we're going to get an appeal here from Coach Jeff Hands. It's pretty similar. It's just there's a lesser amount of plays you can appeal, but one of them is out of bounds plays, and it looks like that's what the Norse are going to do right here. So it is worth noting that the Norse are 4 for 4 so far this year on appeals. And if this appeal is unsuccessful, it will cost them a timeout. But while they review this out-of-bounds play, we'll step aside here on the Northerner. Back here at Truist Arena, the call on the court has been upheld. It is an unsuccessful appeal for Coach Jeff Hands in the North. That'll cost him a timeout. And it'll be Toledo's basketball. Patty Anumba is fouled on her way to the basket. It's just the second team foul on the Norse. Hubert picks it up. It's her second of the game.
Toledo looking to continue their 23 straight game winning streak against Horizon League opponents, which dates back over 10 years to March of 2015.
Yeah, and it's not like they're not playing them. I mean, they're, averaging 2 Horizon League opponents a year. They just played Detroit Mercy on Sunday, got that win, and now looking to do the same here in Highland Heights. Miriam Diala catches it and scores another paint bucket for the Norse, working on Mia Jordan. It's an 8-point lead for the Rockets. Karina Bistry gives it up. Mia Jordan free to fire a 3. That's good. Mia Jordan from downtown. In a game where both teams have struggled mightily from beyond the arc. I believe that's just the second made 3 of the game for either team.
I believe the third for the Norse. Third for the Norse, now 3 for 10. Of course, Toledo still 0 for 8 from beyond the arc.
I got a stoppage on the court here. Shot clock is at 20. Was there also a foul? Yeah, it's the Norse basketball. So there must have been a foul while that ball was in the air. So count the bucket and a chance to double up here for the Norse. Jemiah Thomas has it in the corner. Out to the top of the key, an errant pass. And it's going to go out of bounds.
Once again, the Norse just need to keep an eye on that ball security. It seems they're getting sloppy with it, and it is showing.
Yeah, real opportunity. 2 straight possessions without having to play any defense. You're down by 5, could have been down by as few as 2, or at least make it a 1-possession game, but that opportunity squandered. And Jemiah Thomas reaches in. She's called for a foul. She almost knocked away that entry pass from Diala, but a lot of contact. And the foul on Thomas. That's going to be her second. Inbound pass deflected and stolen by the Norse and taken right back away by Anumba. In the lane, she puts it up and no good. Offensive rebound, ball's loose on the deck now. And it'll be a tie-up, the possession arrow favoring Toledo. Wow. So the Norse intercept the inbounds. It's taken right back by Patty Anumba. Shots missed, jump ball, Toledo basketball, 18 to shoot. Anumba gets it into Diala. Big skip pass over to Faith Fed Robinson. Mismatch on Jordan. Spins. Help comes from Thomas and a foul called. We'll see if it's on Thomas. It is not. It's on Mia Jordan. But either way, not good news for Jeff Hands. That is the third for Thomas. Would have been the third on... sorry. I apologize. Third on Jordan. The foul was on Jordan. 2 free throws for Faith Fed Robinson. She misses the first. And 2 misses for Fed Robinson. The Norse get out of it unscathed. Still 5-point deficit. Bistry streaking over the end of the floor. Trailing 3, Jordan. That's good. Back-to-back triples for Mia Jordan. It's a 2-point game.
Norse heating up here in the third quarter.
Triple for Anumba. In and out. Rebounded by Mia Jordan.
The first attempt and first miss of the third quarter for Toledo. They are now 0 of 9 for the game. 7 of those 9 taking place in the first quarter. 1 apiece since. They can just not get it to fall today from beyond the arc.
And the Norse really need to take advantage, because when you got a team shooting that cold from downtown, you have to take advantage in other facets of the game. And now, after a kickball violation, the Norse, will inbound it again with a chance to tie or take the lead. Thomas over to Jordan. Noelle Hubert now. Beastry wants the screen from Thomas, denies it, and she's fouled.
The Norse with those 2 threes on a 6-0 run. Last 4 of 5 field goals made.
Yeah, they say basketball is a game of runs. It doesn't really feel like either team has really gone on much of a run, at least quickly. It's been pretty slow-paced.
Definitely slow-paced today. Taking their time offensively and defensively, frankly.
Hubert looking inside for Thomas. It's deflected away by Diallo, but a foul is called. Wow. She doesn't like the call, but the Norse will certainly take that. Third team foul on the Rockets, the second personal for Miriam Diallo. They get it into Beastry. A good look at a three. That's no good, but she's fouled. 3 free throws coming up for Karina Beastry and a chance to take the lead.
Beastry still the game leader in points with 13, 3 for 6, and 1 and 1 from beyond the arc.
She'll shoot 3 free throws when we return on the Northerner. 39-37, your Norse trailing by 2. Back at Truist Arena, Karina Beastry has 3 free throws and a chance to give the Norse the lead, but she misses the first. Fouled on a 3-point shot just before the break.
First miss for the Norse from the line tonight.
She knocks down the second. One for 3 at the line for Beastry, but a foul called on Toledo. It'll stay with the Norse as Evan Carrier picks up the personal. And I believe the Norse are in the bonus. Looks like, yeah, Jordan's going to be shooting the 1+1.
Great position to be in for the Norse here. 1-point game.
And not only that, but shooting free throws for the next 5.5 minutes to end this third quarter. Jordan just made the first free throw, and this game is tied. In and out and back in again. The Norse lead for the first time tonight. To this morning, I guess. What, is it past noon yet? Yeah, it is. And full court pressure and a foul called on the Norse. I'm telling you what, I mean, you talk about a decision paying off for Jeff Hands. You throw one of your true freshmen in the starting lineup, and she's leading the way with 14. And the Norse are leading one of the best teams in the MAC projected right now. Obviously, it's November, but it feels like the Norse, they need a win. I mean, it's not a must-win game. This is a non-conference game, but, I mean, dropping your first four, no matter, how bad or how good you looked, it's got to weigh on you mentally. This team just has to know what it feels like to win.
And to be fair to the Norse,
kickball violation. It's going to go the other way. It looks like the Norse were the guilty party there.
To be fair to the Norse, the first four have not been against easy opponents. You got Louisville, Ball State. Was it Ball State or Wright State? Am I getting
Ball State?
Ball State. They're not playing easy wins, but they are still searching for that one. And
yeah, they've been in a lot of those games, especially the game at Louisville, number 20 team in the country at the time. It was a single-digit game in the fourth quarter.
Absolutely, and they kept that game close for far too long for how bad that last run was. But the Norse have really had some opportunities, and they might not have capitalized on them as much as they should, but they're looking to capitalize on one they've got right now here, 40-39, 1-point game in favor of the Norse.
Yeah, they retained the lead on a good defensive stop by the Norse. Evan Carrier missed the layup down low. Now 10 seconds to shoot for the Norse on this end. Mia Jordan trying to get it. Oh, cutting Noelle Hubert. She lays it in.
And that was beautiful basketball, folks.
It's a 3-point lead. And Mia Jordan with the assist. Fed Robinson at the top of the key for Toledo. Back to her. She's working on Jordan. Nowhere to go. Passes it back out to the corner. Anumba, a three. That's good.
The first three of the night for Toledo. Now putting them at 1 for 10.
Man, that's a killer. They had to hit one at some point, but it almost felt like they were going to stop taking them. On the other end, it looked like Maddie Moody might have had an and one, but no, the whistle was for a travel. It's a turnover, tied at 42.
And frankly, unsurprising to see Toledo with unfortunate numbers from beyond the arc. This season, they're averaging just 20% from past the line.
10% so far here today. Oh, trap in the backcourt. They got to get it over half court, and the travel's called. The Norse forced the turnover. I'll tell you what, if it wasn't a travel, it could have also been a 10-second violation.
Absolutely. Bringing back some of that aggression towards Toledo. Good idea here for the Norse.
Yeah,
keep this momentum in their favor.
Yeah, they haven't pressed much full court, but when they have, it's been quite effective. Here's Beastry, top of the key, 10 to shoot, drives in, tries to bank it in off glass, no. Fed Robinson now, taking it right the other way. Over Mia Jordan, she banks it in and puts Toledo back in top. 12 points now for Faith Fed Robinson. Hubert to Jordan. Down low on Diala. Oh, an offensive foul. Oh, I do not know about that. Mia Jordan called for the foul. That's her fourth here with 2:35 left in the third quarter. Wow. Evelise Cole is the one that took it for Toledo. I don't know if she was in a legal guarding position. Nothing you can do about it now. Toledo nursing a 2-point lead. 2 minutes, 20 seconds to play. They have 15 to shoot. Faith Fed Robinson. Down low, Evelise Cole. Jordan still in the game. Another corner three. Good again. You cannot make this stuff up. That time, it was Kendall Carruthers.
After 9 ice-cold attempts, they have now nailed 2 from the same corner.
Maddie Moody. Wow, an acrobatic finish. The true freshman, Maddie Moody, makes it a one-possession game again. More pressure. Oh, they just did get it across to avoid the 10-second violation. Fed Robinson back with the ball in her hands. Anumba will take the three. Oh, my goodness. They made 3 in a row.
Folks, you can't make this up.
From 0 for 9 to 3 for 12 and a 6-point lead for the Toledo Rockets. B Street gives it up. Jordan a little mid-range. That one was off. Offensive board, Maddie Moody, and she's fouled with 1:16 to play here in the third quarter. The Norse trailing it 50-44. The true freshman, Maddie Moody, out of Kettering, Ohio, will have 2 free throws. First is good for Moody. Maya Meredith is back into the game for the Norse. She's had very limited minutes here in this one. 5 points, though, in those few minutes. Moody goes 1 for 2. An offensive rebound by Karina Beastry. A recycled possession here for the Norse, trailing by 5. Tasha Rushton back in. She's going to take a long 2. It's off the back iron, no good. Faith Fed Robinson once again steps in to take it away. Was poked away from behind by Moody. She pushes it up ahead to Bistry. 1-on-1. Bistry takes some contact. No good. Weak side offensive rebound by Moody and a foul. 50.3 seconds left here in the third. And with the Norse in the bonus, it'll be 2 free throws for Maddie Moody. So the Norse 5 out there right now. Moody, Kylie Hunt, Abby Wolterman in, Maya Meredith, and Tasha Rushton. Moody knocks down 2 free throws. It's a one-possession game. Patty Anumba comes to get it. Back to Faith Fed Robinson. They push it up ahead, deflected by Moody, but they keep control as Toledo. And a timeout called by the Toledo head coach, Jenny Boggess. So her team in some trouble. She'll burn one. And with 42.2 to play here in the third quarter, Toledo 50, your NKU Norse 47. 22 seconds on the shot clock. When we get back here on the Northerner.
We'll see.
Toledo basketball out of the timeout. 35 seconds to play here in the third quarter. It's a 3-point lead for the Rockets. Kendall Carruthers with 8 to shoot, looking inside, nowhere to go. Ella Weaver, top of the key. Over to Patty Anumba, guarded closely by Maya Meredith. At the horn, she knocks down the mid-range jumper. Patty Anumba's been on fire here in the third. It's a 5-point lead. 10 seconds left for the Norse.
See what they can do here.
Kylie Hunt inside Wolterman. Double comes, tries to get rid of it. Moody collects with 3. Wow, puts it up and scores.
Phenomenal basket by Moody.
Maddie Moody, I thought she was going for the pass. She puts it up and in, and as time expires in the third, the Norse get it back to a one-possession game. After 3 on the Northerner, 52-49, your Norse trailing by 3. What a fourth quarter we have in store. I'm not sure I expected this, after the way both teams played in the first half. They look like two different teams. Toledo's knocking down threes all of a sudden.
Absolutely. I mean, you go from being a team that is 0-9 to 3-12. I mean, it may not seem like a huge difference, but you got to remember the Norse are only 4 for 11 here. So suddenly Toledo has evened out in the 3-point game.
And the resurgence of Maddie Moody, I mean, it's been a story of true freshman for the Norse. Moody just scored 7 points in that third quarter, and it's really keeping them in the game. So all the momentum seemingly with the Norse. Toledo's hit some big shots to kind of bail them out, but the Norse are right there with 10 minutes left in this one. The fourth quarter is on the way. Don't go anywhere. All right, here we go. Final 10 minutes, the fourth quarter here on the Northerner. 52-49. Toledo leads it. All the momentum seemingly with your Norse. Walterman swing it out. Maddie Moody, the woman of the hour right now, scores again. She has 11 for the game, 9 coming in the second half, and it's a 1-point game.
Moody now one of 3 North players in the double digits alongside Bistry and Mia Jordan.
Carruthers gives it off. Blocked from behind was Miriam Diala. Walterman and Meredith were both there. I'm not sure who got the slot, but either way, there's 11 seconds left to shoot for Toledo. Carruthers in the corner. Kick out top of the key. Weaver, no. Rebound control. Tasha Rushton has it. 1-on-2. She'll pull it back out. No numbers for the Norse. Moody right back with the ball in her hands. Right to the hoop, and she's fouled. 2 free throws coming from Maddie Moody. I mean, she's got takeover activated.
Maddie Moody being the engine of this Norse team as we speak here in the fourth quarter. See what she can do to pull together the first win for this 0-4 Norse team.
It's the 4th foul on Ella Weaver. Moody to the line with a chance to give the Norse the lead. knocks down the first. Moody 1 for 2. The game will remain tied. Full court pressure again. They try to trap Numba. She has nowhere to go. And she stepped out of bounds. She stepped on the sideline. So you're talking about a success rate for this full court pressure for Jeff Hans. I mean, it's like 70, 80%. Toledo can't figure it out. Norse with the ball back. Tie game, 52 apiece. Walterman inside, double comes. Ball on the deck, Hunt, 3. Yes! Kylie Hunt! Norse lead by 3, 55-52. 5 on the game for Hunt. That pass stolen by Maya Meredith. Here come the Norse again. She'll slow it down. Moody back to Kylie Hunt. Norse in control now. Moody, Meredith. Hunt off the curl. Screen set by Moody. Hunt picks up her dribble, has nowhere to go. She throws it away. Miriam Diala has it. She's trying to force it into Walterman. She was not open. Here comes Toledo. Anumba, corner 3. Not that time. Exhale. Same corner Toledo's been knocking down threes this entire game.
Toledo,
Well, not this entire game.
looking like themselves once again with that one.
Yeah, back to reality for the Toledo Rockets. Kylie Hunt over to Walterman. Now Maya Meredith. See how she's going to put her stamp on this game. Back to Maddie Moody. Drives in on Evelise Cole. Nowhere to go. She's going to put it up anyway at the horn. Doesn't get the roll. Walterman an offensive rebound, and she's fouled. So Moody again forced to throw up a circus shot as the shot clock was expiring. And on the weak side, Abby Walterman was there to grab the board, and she'll have 2 free throws. Just one made free throw would make this a 2-possession game. No good on the first. Walterman 1 for 2. 56-52. Kylie Hunt exits the game in favor of Noelle Hubert. Full court pressure again by the Norse. Dykstra, Faith Fed Robinson, they break the press, and a foul immediately called on Maddie Moody. A little too much contact on Evelise Cole. Just the first personal on Moody. And the first team foul this quarter. Patty Anumba, a game-high 15 for her. Gives it off down low. Wow, the airball layup. Scramble on the deck, and a foul is called on the Norse. It'll stay Toledo's basketball. Anumba found the cutter on the baseline. I'm not entirely sure what happened. Looks like they get Meredith for the foul. Swing it over Anumba, guarded by Moody. Fed Robinson inside the arc. Evelise Cole, 4 to shoot for her. Drives in, wild shot. Air ball, grabbed by Maddie Moody. Tasha Rushton, and a foul away from the ball on Toledo. A lot of contact down low between Walterman and Evelise Cole. They both hit the deck, but it's a blocking foul on Evelise Cole. That's her second personal, and the third team foul for Toledo. Rushton to inbound. Into Noelle Hubert in the corner. She's going to drive baseline. Double comes. She gets it over to Moody. Oh, drives with the left and can't finish. Had a good look at a layup. Just a little too much on it. Oh, the other way. Fed Robinson thought about a three. She'll take the mid-range instead, and she'll knock it down. Faith Fed Robinson working on a great game. She's got 14. Back down low to Maddie Moody. Gets position, scores, and one. $14 for Moody, 12 in the second half, and a chance for a three-point play.
Moody and B Street tied at 14 for most points here for the Norse. Moody shooting an impressive 5 of 8, excuse me. Shot at 15 here for Maddie Moody.
Looks like Jemiah Thomas is going to come back into the game for the Norse, replacing Abby Walterman. Pretty good collection of forwards that Jeff Hands has. They all do little different things. I mean, you got Maya Moody, who's kind of a do-it-all player as a freshman. You have Jemiah Thomas, a physical presence down low. She can score on the block. She can rebound. Then Mia Jordan, who, despite being 6'3", can really spread the floor. We've seen her hit a couple threes already. Both free throws were made by Moody. Toledo the other way. Carruthers, curl pass and a foul. 2 free throws coming for Alexa Hosivar. That's on Jemiah Thomas. It's her third. Hosivar knocks down the first. Still a 4-point lead for the Norse. She knocks down both. Back to a one-possession game. 6:02 to play here in the fourth quarter. Noelle Hubert back to Taser Rushton as they cross half court. Moody, Jemiah Thomas, Noelle Hubert back to Rushton. Top of the key, screen set by Thomas. Rushton, lots of blue jerseys, gets it back up to Hubert. Inside Thomas, she's got a long way to go. Spins in the lane, fancy footwork, and Jemiah Thomas can't finish. It hit every part of the rim. And you know the Norse were halfway down the court, and in most scenarios, oh goodness, a wide open three. No good off the back iron. Norse retain. In most situations, I'd be mad running down the court early, but that ball looked like it was going down. Meredith draws a few. Hubert a corner three. Wow, missed everything. 5 minutes to play. Patty Anumba, behind the back dribble, stops in the lane, gives it up, gets it back at the top of the key. Norse looking for their first win of the season. Toledo looking to extend their 23 consecutive win streak against Horizon League opponents. Fed Robinson, 5 to shoot. Fed Robinson goes to work. Inside, off glass, can't finish. Good defense by Jemiah Thomas. Moody pushes up ahead. Taysha Rushton, one-on-one. She lays it in. It's Rushton's first points of the game. No better time. Back to a 2-possession game. 4 minutes to play. Fed Robinson, top of the key. She drills it. She has done everything in this game except shoot the three, and there you go. She's got 17 for Toledo. It's a 2-point game once again. Rushton picks up her dribble. Maya Meredith on the back cut. Patient underneath the basket, and she scores. I hate to be that guy, but we are in dangerously close territory. The Norse with 63 points, 3,000 kids in attendance. Oh, brother. Faith Fed Robinson just scored again. It's 63-61, 19 for Fed Robinson. Oh, Moody, a triple off the mark. She got her own miss. Jemiah Thomas rushed and thought about shooting over Weaver, or Dykstra rather. She'll slow it down, 10 to shoot. 3 minutes to play here in the fourth. Rushton, free throw line, mid-range, no. Chance to tie or take the lead now for Toledo. They push it up ahead. Evilise Cole spins, misses the shot, might have gotten tied up. And now a timeout again called by Jenny Bogus. So a chaotic sequence there.
2:51 left on the clock here. Close game, 63-61, tilting in favor of the Norse.
We'll step aside, 2:51 to play. Your Norse up by 2. It's going to be a great finish. Back at Truist Arena, 2:51 to play. North leading it by 2. 63-61. Toledo with the ball. Faith Fed Robinson has 19 points. She gives it up. A lefty three. No good by Evilise Cole. The Norse retain the lead, and they're going to try to chew some clock here.
Karina Beastry back in the game. She has made the difference tonight for the Norse.
One of 3 Norse in double figures. Hubert over to Moody. Now Beastry has a lane baseline. She's going to go up and score.
16 for Karina Beastry.
She gets it back to a 2-possession game, looming increasingly larger as this time continues to elapse. 2 minutes to play. Fed Robinson Over to Enumba. She'll take the long two, and that's long. And a foul on Miriam Diallo going the other way. Still 118 seconds to play. But considering the quality of the opponent, Jeff Hands has to be thrilled. And let me tell you this. It's a 1-1 for the Norse. If Noelle Hubert makes both of these free throws, the Norse would be at 67. Now, she just missed the first free throw.
The crowd is not going to be happy about that, Ben. I'll tell you that much.
I don't want her to miss this. Okay, she made it. It's gonna be pretty difficult to get exactly 67 now, but you know, I will put that aside for the betterment of the team, I suppose. 66-61. Carruthers, she's been rather quiet today, does have 11 points, but preseason All-MAC first-team selection. Kendall Carruthers gives it up. 5 to shoot for the Rockets. Down low, Miriam Diallo working on Jordan with 5 fouls. Good defense by Jordan, forces the miss, and Maddie Moody has the rebound. Taysha Rushton, 1:19 to play. The North should be in no hurry. Rushton crossing up Enumba. Over to Noelle Hubert. Pressure put on by the Rockets. Karina Beastry comes out to get it. 8 to shoot for the Norse. Beastry over to Rushton. 4 to shoot. Rushton's going to do it herself. Tough shot in the lane. She got it. Taysha Rushton. 2 of the biggest buckets in this game are her only buckets of the game. She's got 4 in the Norse with 57 seconds to play. Lead at 68-61. The Norse on the verge of pulling off a big win here at home against a really, really good team in Toledo and getting into the win column. We'll step aside. The final 57 seconds of this one are on the other side here on the Northerner. Out of the timeout, Toledo trying to dig themselves out of this hole. The Norse trying to hold on for their first win. 50 seconds to play. The Norse leading it by 7. Toledo's Evilise Cole, 3 is no good. Fight for the board. Out of bounds. Last touched by Toledo. Norse basketball, 38.9 to go. And with that stop, it's going to be incredibly difficult for Toledo going forward.
Very tough situation to be in if you are the Rockets here. 38.9, 7-point game. Tough to pull this off if possible, but not impossible. That is for sure. Crazier things have happened. See if the Norse can pull this off for their first win of the season.
Yeah, the Norse have been a lot better about the turnovers in the second half, but still somewhat susceptible so far this season.
Both of these teams, 17 turnovers, which shockingly is below average for both of these teams. Toledo averaging 18.5, Norse right around 20. They got to do better on ball security here. They got to do a better job keeping that ball in the hands of the team.
Well, timeout called by Jenny Bogus for Toledo, and it makes you think if they're just going to foul now and stretch this game all the way out with the final 39 seconds. It is worth noting that because of Rushton's basket, the Norse have surpassed 67 without hitting it. But that does not dim the spirits of these kids. I mean, they are still lively as ever. And on the inbound pass, there you go. Faith Fed Robinson immediately fouls Karina Bistry. So only a second or so comes off the clock. And Toledo's going to have to rely on some missed free throws.
Which, with Karina Beastreet, especially tonight, 7 for 9, not a great bet to make if you're Toledo.
And there you go.
Sinks
Drills
the
the
first one.
Beastreet now 17, a shot for 18. What a morning/afternoon for the true freshman, Karina Beastreet. Goes 1 for 2 there. It's still an 8-point game. Deep three. That comes up just short. Rebounded by who else? Karina Beastreet. She's fouled and going back to the line with 25.3. Shot clock is now off. And you got to think, if Beastreet knocks down both of these, Toledo might just accept defeat.
Beastreet here with an opportunity to make it a double-digit lead to end the game. First one won't go. Second one hits now 70-61, 9-point game.
Quick three by Carruthers.
Missed it all.
Nothing but air. 19 seconds to play. It's a 9-point lead for the Norse. Toledo still showing full court pressure for now. And it looks like they're just going to play this one out. Tasia Rushton breaks half court. Fed Robinson not going to foul. And the Norse do it. What a win for Jeff Hands and the Norse.
What a night. What a morning, I should say, for Karina Beastreet. 18 points. This will be the first victory of the season and the first victory of the Norse against the Toledo Rockets. Folks, 70-61 NKU. First victory of the season, now 1-4.
And they didn't just win this game for the NKU program. They did it for the Horizon League as a whole. This is the first time in 10 years that Toledo has lost a game against a Horizon League team. Detroit Mercy had the chance to snap that streak on Sunday. They couldn't do it. Toledo comes to Highland Heights, and they do not leave with a win. The Norse defend home court, and they get a much-needed non-conference win against a really, really quality opponent. They played a couple good MAC teams to begin the year, but here at Truist Arena, they're undefeated against everybody. A 9-point win, and it was the freshman, Karina Beastreet, 18 points. Maddie Moody, 15 points, 13 in the second half. Down by 4 at halftime, down by as much as 9 in the second quarter. They look like a completely different team in the second half. And what a character-building win for Jeff Hands and the Norse.
Absolutely. The kids are loving it here on Education Day. The fans are happy to see it. What a game for Maddie Moody, too. 5 for 9, 15 points, 5 free throws as well.
Well, that'll do it for our coverage here today at Truist Arena. What a great way to begin the home year. A 70-61 win over Toledo in a game that few probably thought the Norse could pull off. But they did it, and it was the underclassmen. 3 Norse in double figures. Mia Jordan with 10, Maddie Moody with 15, and Karina Beastreet with a team-high 18. On the other side, Toledo, Faith Fed Robinson put forth her best effort. A 19-point showing for Fed Robinson, but in the end, not enough. The Norse find a way, and they win this one, 70-61. Thank you so much for listening here to our second half coverage on the Northerner. We got on the air at some point, that's all that matters. And the second half was nothing short of fun. And so once again, thank you so much for listening. My name is Ben Burdett alongside Henry Crawford. We'll be covering NKU women's basketball all year long. So I'm Ben Burdett saying so long for now. The Norse come out on top.